There's growing concern in Syria about the use of Sharia law in rebel-held areas. It follows the death of a 14-year-old boy in Aleppo. He was accused of blasphemy, then beaten and shot in the street. Well, our World Affairs correspondent Paul Wood has been filming at a Sharia court with a team from BBC Arabic and joins me now from Beirut in neighbouring Lebanon. And Paul, the concern about Sharia law spreading, how justified is that concern?
Well, the case of this boy who was killed, Mohammed Kata, has highlighted concerns by secular activists over what I suppose you would call the Islamicisation of the revolution. He was serving coffee at the family's coffee stand and was asked for a free cup and said, jokingly, not even if the Prophet himself were to return, would I give you a free cup of coffee. Some people who are claimed to be jihadists anyway overheard him, beat him very badly, and then summoned a crowd and shot him in front of the crowd and indeed in front of his parents. Now, it should be stressed that the Sharia court in Aleppo has condemned that act as un-Islamic and criminal. Yet, a lot of people feel that the most likely perpetrators of it are jihadists of some stripe, acting on their view of Islam, even though it's an interpretation of Islam condemned by the Sharia court. But I think that underlines the very deep and wide influence of Sharia courts generally, really being woven into the fabric of life in rebel-held areas now.
And perhaps understandable, given the concerns over the criminal anarchy that is spreading around the country.
Yeah, and people being flogged in the street is frankly quite popular in parts of Syria now, where you've got looting and kidnapping, theft, criminal anarchy, as you say, and you don't have to be particularly religious to want that to come to an end and to see that Sharia courts are one bulwark against that kind of anarchy. The revolution is also still largely rural, conservative and very religious. So if people certainly don't support the shooting of Mohammed Kata, they do support car thieves and kidnappers being flogged in the streets, and they do support what they would call collaborators being executed in the streets. It's very harsh justice, but a lot of people think that it suits the times in rebel-held parts of Syria.
Paul, thank you very much for that update. That's Paul Wood there in Beirut.